And we are a little bit late, but we are live. How are you girls? It's Anita here from Sequins and Sand. I hope you're doing well on this Friday, another Friday, and hello summer. I've got to admit, yesterday in Vegas here, I was tempted to put the heating on, and I can honestly say I don't remember a day in Brisbane where I was tempted to put the heating on in December. Strange. Anyway, summer, I don't think we've hit summer yet in lots of ways in this wide brown land. Hopefully it will land soon and we will warm up and be able to get out there and do all the fun stuff on the beach reliably, right? Out in the sun. Sun safe, of course, but enjoying summer live. How are you? It is lunchtime on a Friday, and I know for many of you, that's not a really good time to tune in. So if you're watching the replay, lovely to see you. And if you're joining me live, I can see some eyeballs there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Today, I have decided to talk more about this beautiful new range that's just landed here. It is the Paisley Pop range from the lovely crew down at, I'm just blocking a couple of people because I'm not sure what's happening there. From Sonia down in Melbourne from Genevieve Swimwear. I love what Sonia does. She's reviving this label and it's so thoughtfully done. Many of you are loving the practicality of this range because everything that Sonia does, with the exception of maybe one or two styles, is made for the pool. It's pool tough. It is UPF 50 plus, which means it's made from sun safer fabric. And it also has pouches to put your bust prosthesis in if you've had a mastectomy. So a lot of thought goes into these products, and that's why I know you are loving them more and more each and every summer. This is our third summer, I think. Maybe it's only two. I don't know. It's a blur. But last week, I introduced you to 4 styles in this range. And today I want to introduce you to another 4 to complete it. It's a lovely collection. And last week it romped out the door, I've got to say, particularly the sun shirts. They did really, really well. So I thought, better go with this and keep introducing this beautiful print. Because there are some other styles in this that might suit your shape and needs. That's what we're all about here. Shape before size, girls. And when it comes to swimwear, it's highly functional. So you need to think about what you'll be doing in your swimwear and what you want your swimwear, how you want your swimwear to support you as well. That's really important consideration. Shall we dive in and have a look? Let's go. Let's start with this one. This is the scoop neck tankini top. This is probably one of our best-selling tankini tops. Well, it's the #1 seller for those who are active in the water and like to do hydrotherapy sessions or even swimming, right? Because this is a firmer fitting tankini top. You can see it's fairly straightforward, classical in its cut, a basic wide scoop neck front and back. But the reason why it's so popular is because it doesn't have a lot of width in it. It is a firmer fitting tankini top, a slight A-line shape, ever so slightly, nothing massive. In fact, it probably just comes in and then a little bit at the hips, it gives you a little bit more room, but it's meant to fit firmer so that it stays on when you're moving about in the water. That's why it's really popular for hydrotherapy workouts. The other reason it's popular is because it's got a nice wide strap that's fully adjustable, and it's also got some good bust support as well, which is important when you're jumping around, right? You need to make sure that all the bits are going to stay in, girls, and that you're not going to be flicking and poking, about in your swimwear because that gets too distracting. But there's a lovely wide elastic shelf bra in there, and that is really, really firm and wide, so it gives you good bust support. And being a shelf bra means that you don't have to worry about exactly matching your bust cup letter to it like you would with an underwire. So this will go from a B up to a D cup, maybe a double D, but if you're a smaller bust, you've got a B cup, this will work for you. Speaking of cups, lovely wide openings in the bust area for you to put your bust prosthesis into if you've had a mastectomy. And if you haven't, you just wear it normally as well. But it's good to know that whether you've got a prosthesis or your natural bust, it's going to work. And inside, we've got a little bit of light padding. I say light because that's just there to give you a smooth outline. It's not a chicken fillet booster, right? We don't do those. But it's a nice, practical tankini top. Now, on the inside, it is lined, just want to show you, with what we call power mesh in the trade. And power mesh is made to just bring you in a little bit more. I like to say half a size across the tummy area for a bit more tummy support. And at the back, it is lined with swimsuit fabric. So that's a scoop tankini. Now, let me check my notes because it's so new. I've got to check what sizing. Comes in sizes 12 to 30, but there's a few that have already sold out. Yeah, I know, it's happening quickly. So this you would pair with a navy bottom because the print has got a dark navy background. It's also got some lovely highlights of aqua and hot pink, as well as beautiful, beautiful emerald green. So it's a happy, vibrant print too for those workouts, which is refreshing. You know, it's not all black, girls. So that is the scoop neck tankini top. You'll find it in the swimwear tankini section of sequenceandsand.com.au, sizes 12 to 30 with some already sold out. Also, pool tough, chlorine resistant, UPF 50 plus, and mastectomy friendly. Now, I also needed to tell you that this top, what do I want to tell you? No, it's completely gone out of my mind. Don't worry, it might hit me later. But that's top number one, the scoop neck. Really, really popular. The next item to share with you is a one piece. Now, again, for the girls who love a water workout, this is a classic cut. It's called the raglan high neck. And it's got, see that extra little bit of banding across the top, which brings it in nice and close underneath the arms. And it's got a reasonably high neckline as well. So again, this is made to keep your bust covered and in when you're doing your water workouts or swimming your laps. Because again, this is chlorine resistant, pool tough fabric, and it's just made very simple through, right? There's no ruching or anything here. So if you've got a longer torso, you probably have to go up a size. But it does have really long adjustable straps. So you may get away with it if you let the straps out. But it's just a basic style that's a lovely, again, that bright print to lift your mood for summer. But it's just a nice classic, simple style. So if that's your style personality as well, you're a classic girl, you might be drawn to this, though the print might have to match your style personality as well. But a nice higher neck with a scoop, and at the back, it's got a scoop that sits above the bra line, okay? So again, you're getting good coverage underneath the arms for keeping your bust in place. Now underneath, because it's important to know how togs are made underneath, to know if they're going to do the job for you, right? Again, we've got that supportive shelf bra with the strong underbust elastic, and again, some generous openings in the bust area for you to pop your prosthesis if you've had a mastectomy. And if you haven't, you just wear it normally, right? Everybody, it's inclusive. It's bust inclusive. Maybe that's a new word. There's also that molding, that very fine molding in the bust area. Again, to just provide that smooth outline. We love that, girls, don't we? And extra tummy support with the power mesh in the front and swimsuit fabric at the back. So fully lined, right? Front and back. What else can I tell you? This one here, the Raglan high neck one piece, comes in sizes 12 to 22, and you'll find it in the swimwear one piece section. I'll show you at the end where you go on the Secrets and Sand website to find them. But I just love it. It's just a simple, classic cut, a workhorse. I would call this the workhorse if you're in the pool often for pleasure or for your recovery work for wellness. There we go. Nice mid-rise leg too, so good bum coverage in this one. So there we go. That's the Raglan high neck one piece. zooming through. How are we going? Got to say, I feel much better finally. It's been a few weeks. Okay, this one here. Drum roll. I love this one personally. Love a crossover. As a swimsuit fitter for the last 14 years, a crossover is one of my favorite styles. I think they're really flattering. They highlight a waist beautifully and the bust area. And if you've lost your waist over the years, it's a really great little cut to just give you some visual curve, right? I love it. It works along the theory of a crossover dress, really, you know, that same sort of principle. So here it is. Now this one is a bit more maybe lay by the pool, still enjoy the pool, diving in and in the waves as well at the beach. But this one's a little bit more elegant, girls, not so much the workhorse. It's got the crossover front, and you can see that there's a bit of netting there, but really it's up to the shoulder straps to keep this one in place. And you're not going to get a huge amount of bust support because the cup does come away from itself there in the front, right, with the crossover. Super flattering, but you need to make sure you've got enough there in the bust sizing to keep things in place, and also rely then on the straps to keep the cups together. That's what this style relies on. So this is such a beautiful cut. You can see the crossover joins or finishes over here on the sides where there is some gentle ruching, right? Now those gathers coming around to the side creates the focal point, and that's what I love about a crossover. So you can see there, crossing over and finishing here with a bit of extra ruching. Hard to make out with the print, but if I can show you, there it is there. There is the crossover at the front and the ruching at the side, just to bring that attention to the high waist area. So lovely. Now at the back will sit around about the bra line. It is a scoop back. Now the downside is the straps aren't adjustable, I'll be honest. So they're going to have to fit over your shoulders properly. If you find that they're falling off but you love everything else about it when you get it, then you might have to get the shoulder straps just taken in a bit, which you can easily do with this because it's a very simple strap, right? So a nice bottom coverage as well, nothing too skimpy here, but just a beautiful, elegant cut, right? If you're a dramatic, I reckon you might like this. Very feminine cut, the crossover wrap one piece in the Paisley Pop print from Genevieve Swimwear. Again, pool tough, chlorine resistant fabric, as well as UPF 50 plus. And this one, because of the nature of the cups coming apart, is not a mastectomy friendly one, because that would be more difficult to control, I guess, and to give them the support that they need. So there you have it, girls. Now on the inside, did I tell you already? I can't remember. I'm losing it. I'm racing ahead. I don't think I did. Let me show the inside. So they're individually cut, these ones. Remember earlier in the other two styles, I had the shelf bra where the support runs all the way across your front. Well, you can see how you're relying on the straps and the individual busts to keep this one up, right? So just remember that. There is the underbust elastic for individual bust support, and that netting that just gives a little bit to try and keep those cups together, but really your shoulder straps are doing all the work, and how firmly it fits across your back. In the front, there is that power mesh across the tummy for a little bit of extra support. And at the back, it's got fully lined with this black swimsuit fabric. So there it is underneath as well. So you do have bust support, but just remember with a crossover, you are relying on the straps and the back to keep everything in place for you. So one for lazing about the pool a little bit more, a bit glamorous, girls. If you're going away on a cruise or a summer holiday, could be the one. Love the print. Isn't it beautiful? Style number 4. Are we ready? We are racing through these today. Let me know if you've got any questions as we go along, because I will come back and answer them at the end of the session, promise. And that goes for whether you're watching the replay or not. Okay. Last but certainly not least, the princess swim dress. This is a really popular swim dress style here at Sequins and Sand. And again, I think it's because it's just quite simple. It's an A-line that just falls from the neckline, not overly long. It still covers across the all across the bottom well, but it's not a really long swim dress, right? So this one is if you do want some more coverage for your upper thighs and your bottom area, then the swim dress is one that is quite popular for that reason. Now, a swim dress has got the dress feature over, but underneath has got the one piece built under. So you don't need to buy a one piece to go with the swim dress. It's all built in, okay? And I'll show you that when I show you underneath a little bit more. It's got some really wide straps. So this one is great for probably a C, maybe a C, D cup up to easily an E, probably an F as well. So made for a fuller bust is this swim dress. And with the wider straps, that helps to spread the load as well, so you don't feel the straps digging in so much. A reasonably high scooped neck and a scooped back that will sit above the bra line as well. And in terms of length, it will cover your bottom and your upper thighs. It's got some paneling, which is a couple of front seams. I don't know if you can make them out. There's one here on this side and one here on this side. So around about the bust area is the seams that fall down, bring this together. And that's what creates that little bit of extra room to move around the tummy and hips area. A lovely simple swim dress for those who are after a bit more coverage at the pool or at the beach. Now again, this is made from the Pool Tough chlorine resistant fabric and UPF 50 plus in a beautiful bright color scheme, right? Beautiful bright pattern. So again, if you're after a swim dress, they're not boring these days, girls. They can be quite cute and a lot of fun. If you love your brights, this is a good one to check out. Now, in terms of sizing, this goes up to a 30. Yep, from a 14 to a 30, and would start at a C cup maybe, ideally a D, up to an E, even an F. I'll show you why. Underneath, good bust support with a shelf bra that's got the strong underbust elastic. There is that power mesh again. Sonia's very consistent with her construction, and fully lined at the back as well. Now that's for the one piece that is built into the swim dress, right? So underneath you've got the one piece, there you can see it. And then the dress bit is sewn in from the neckline and falls, okay? That's how it works. So that's the swim dress, sizes 14 to 30, and you'll find it in the swimwear swim dress section of sequinsandsand.com.au. And I'll show you in a minute where you can find all these things. Now, in this range, there is a rash vest or a rashie or a rash guard, depending on where you live and where you come from. And that is something that you can put over the tankini top, over the one piece, if you like a matching set. So that is something that's also in the range. I highlighted this one last week. So there is a replay available on our YouTube channel and in the Facebook feed for you. But that's something you can add to it. As well as the other version, which is the sun tee. And this is the one that romped out the door last week. That's something else you can throw over the top of your swimwear for extra sun protection across the shoulders and upper arm area. So this range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. Look for them all. The Paisley Pop is the name of the print from Genevieve Swimwear, Australia's Genevieve Swimwear. I love that. Thanks so much, Sonia, for creating such a beautiful range. Now, let me share my screen and show you where you go to grab these cozies. There we go. There is the beautiful girls from our Cozy Confidence shoot. And if you join our membership or are part of or take the Unlock Your Cozy Confidence course, you get an exclusive invitation to be a part of that shoot. That's the way to get in, girls. Only those 2 doors let you in now. And here is where you will find them. Go into swimwear. Now, if it's a one piece, you click on the beautiful Evie, the one piece swimsuit area. And there you will find that raglan high neck that I spoke about earlier. See how it's got the extra bits under the arms to bring it in higher for you. Nice higher neckline. And then that's the side view, good bum coverage. And you can see how it sits around about the bra line, girls. So just a nice simple style, and that's where you choose your size. And if you are a VIP member, you get 10% off every time you shop, right? So join up there if you're not a member. On every page you'll see that green rectangle. Join there and you'll get a code then to get you 10% off. Now, the other one piece I featured today was the crossover wrap, one of my personal favorite styles. And you can see how that just accentuates her figure a little bit more than the other one that you just saw, right? The V neckline, number one, is quite different. Deeper scoop at the back. And there's a side view. And there's that detailing, the crossover coming through with the ruching on the sides. And that's the focal point, girls, there, and that deeper V at the bust. Just beautiful. Choose your size up to a 24. Here we go. Now, we also featured a tankini, didn't we? So we'll go back up to swimwear and then over to the tankini section. And there it is, the scoop neck. You can see how it's a firmer fit, right? It's not, doesn't ride up like other tankini styles that we sell here. So nice simple scoop under the arms, better for a B cup. So if you've got a smaller cup, B up to a D, double D potentially as well. And again, you can see all the sizing that is available. Then we have the swim dress. So go back up to swimwear and swim dresses. And there we go. Oh, matchy photos. There's the princess line swim dress. You can see how it gives you that bottom coverage. Now, this girl is quite tall and Sonia has lengthened it. When I put this up against me, it comes down to about there. So it's been lengthened in production. But such a cute little swim dress, right? Really lovely. Bit of summer fun. Swim dresses don't have to be boring. Okay, now if you've not shopped with us before, or if you're not sure of what sizing you need, we've got this very popular and handy tool. It's called the Shape and Size Calculator. Head to the change room help section near the bikini icon, put in your measurements, and I'm just going to put in some, guessy ones here. I have no idea what is going to turn out, but it tells you along, oh, that's probably a bit ridiculous. Let's not go that much. I can't bear to do that to you either, girls. There we go. So you'll see that as you put your measurements in, it'll give you some numbers. That's for swimwear, and the letters are for clothing. And then let's go that. So from this, you hit calculate, and it'll tell you what shape we think you are. So if you are those measurements, where you've got a slightly wider hip than bust area, you are either a triangle or a diamond. Then from there, you can shop all the cozies that suit that shape. So that is a great way to find out what size is good for you and what cuts of swimwear, what styles will work best for your shape. So let me head back here to StreamYard. I will stop my sharing, come back. Thanks very much. That's it for today. The new Genevieve range, 8 pieces all up in the Paisley Pop collection. Such a bright, fun summer print. If you've got any questions, fit tips, or anything you'd like to find out, let me know. Most of these styles will suit, if you're longer in the torso, you'll have to go up a size because there's not much stretch in the side seams. That's my biggest tip for you. If you're shorter in the torso, you're in luck because without that extra ruching in the side seams, you probably won't have to go, it'll suit your length as well. And some of those straps are adjustable, which also helps with adjusting the length. Most shapes will work with this. Certainly all the hourglass shapes, rectangles, round shapes without the ruching might not be as flattering, but certainly if you have a rounder tummy shape, consider that crossover wrap style, because with that, the diagonal line coming through the bust area and then with the gathers at the side, it'll help to create that curve for you and bring out a visual waist. So a few little handy tips then just thrown in. But if you've got any more questions that specifically relate to you, put them in the discussion area and I will come back and answer them very, very happily for you. That's why we are here, to help you feel swimsuit confident so you can get out there and love your summers and do all the things that bring you happiness and joy. Thanks so much for all your support. I'm off to do some more recording now so that when you go into each of these swimsuits, you'll get a little bit more information, a little video from me. It's Film Day Friday, that's what I call it. Thanks so much, ladies. See you on the lines. Bye.